Hey China, how are you? This is Steve Hubbard with Worldwide Webmasters. Just wanted to put together a quick website analysis for you for this website. Now, the website looks nice and clean, so I don't have really any problems with the design elements, although I would like a website that would actually stretch out to the different screen sizes. But I did check the website for the mobile friendly, and it already accomplishes that, so there's really no problems at all. So as far as design elements are concerned, now what I'd like to find out is I'd like to find out if the website, what type of keywords that this website would like to go for. What are you trying to rank for? Because I did look for behavioral clinic. Okay, let's just take a look here. Behavioral health clinic in Baltimore, and this website comes up first thing. You can see it sort of dominates the homepage here. So it looks like it has a really good position already. So the question that I have right now would be, at what level of optimization are you looking to do? Are you looking to establish brand recognition? Are you looking to reach out into different geographical locations? Or are you looking to add value to what you already have established here with this website? Because it already has a really good position. However, if this is a brand new website, I don't know how old this website is. But if you have some really top competitors behind you, you probably would need to maintain that position by doing some integrated marketing. But I'd like to find out, from you, what keywords are you looking to focus on? Is it behavioral health clinic in Baltimore? Obviously, that's the geographical location you're looking to target, because right now you're coming up in those areas. Are you looking for different keywords to establish, such as addiction recovery in Baltimore? Let's take a look at that. Okay, addiction recovery in Baltimore. So, okay, so if you see here, you're falling short in regards to that. So that would probably be an area of interest to focus on. Also, mental health services in Baltimore. Let's try that. What comes up here? Okay. So here we are. And that's not you. Okay, so let's see who this is. BHC Baltimore. Okay. So this would be one of your competitors that we would need to take a look at. So I'm going to take a look at them because they're actually coming up in the search engines here. Pretty good. And then also the mental health city department would like to see how they rank and also compare algorithms. And so that's one thing that I want to make sure is, what other areas are you looking to focus on as far as the keywords are concerned? That's number one, is that we need to establish the keywords that you want to rank for. Let's just double check this again. Okay. And that pulls up your website. So the behavioral health clinics in Baltimore, as you're getting number one top. So is the goal to try to drive more traffic? Are you guys not getting enough traffic? What is the main focus and the reason why you're looking for search engine optimization? As for brand recognition, is it drive more traffic? Is it to establish and add value to the position that you already have? And are you trying to rank for other keywords? Because that's another thing, is to find out if you have other keywords that you want to rank for and to come up in the number one spots for, then we need to do some work on that as well. And we need to do some on-page work as far as, let's say that you're looking to do addiction recovery in Baltimore. Then we need to add some information on the web page that sort of does a little on-page SEO for adding a little bit more oomph to making sure we're talking about, like in this area right here, we need to put addiction recovery. So we want to put addiction recovery, recovery and Baltimore somewhere in the description, so that we're showing the search engines that, hey, this is an option as well for Baltimore's addiction recovery in Baltimore. So behavioral health clinic provides addiction recovery in Baltimore area for ambulatory, and you go on with the rest of your sentence. But as long as we're sticking that in there, addiction recovery for Baltimore, Maryland, then you're good to go. Just little things like that would help. Now, another thing that would help too is doing blog link strategy, where you have a blog and you link to the certain keyword that goes to that page. But we can also go to this page by itself and also optimize this as well. So we don't have to focus just on that home page. We can also optimize this page as well to put some of those trigger keywords in there to start triggering the algorithms for Google search results for the SERPs, so that they pull up this page under those kind of categories. So each one of these pages can be optimized individually. But that's the first thing that you want to establish. Now, the second thing that you want to take a look at is the page speed. Now, I looked at the page speed, and the speed is really not that good. This can be improved upon. I'm not exactly too sure if this, it looked like this was a WordPress template. Let's double check and see. Okay, yeah. So this is a WordPress template. So we actually can optimize this using basic plugins to make sure that we're keeping the speed in check. And also, we can do some things on the host side so that we don't have to depend on those plugins to actually do all the work. There's some things that you could do logging into the host, such as not optimizing, but compressing the information. But you can see here, it tells you exactly, what's going on. So the average fully loaded time is 8.7. You're at 10.5. The total page size is okay, but the requests should be at 86. You're at 116. So basically what it's saying is optimized images. So look at all these images that are optimized. So basically all these images need to be optimized. They need to be reduced is what they're saying. They could save 83% reduction. Optimized version. So let's take it gives you an optimized version and everything. Look at that. So they want to see that at that size. So basically what happens is when you put images on your website, especially when you're dealing with WordPress, you have a big image that you put on there, and then WordPress will automatically resize that image so it looks good on the website, but really that image is pulling a lot of resources from the server when it downloads, because it's still a huge image from the server perspective, but in the HTML perspective, when someone's looking at it, it looks like a small image. So those are some things that can be easily accomplished by just simply resizing the images to make it fit in the areas that it's already in. So that's just one thing. So this logo right here, that's just one thing. So we would find those images, resize them. That will help out with the speed. And then we want to leverage browser caching. So there's some simple tools that we could use, and also some code that we could put in your HT access that will actually help out with that as well. And here's again, this is touching on the server scaling size. This is what I was mainly talking about, that it's scaling down to a certain size, but this is an HTML, the CSS from, you see right here, it says 1204 times 304 or by 304 to 300 by 76. So it's going from this size to this size. So between that and optimizing these images, by actually having the proper image sizes in there so that you're not stretching or scaling these images down, that will reduce a lot of the server requests as far as bogging it down and having it to do more work. There's a lot more that we can do, parsing JavaScript. So all these things could be accomplished through some plugins and also some work that needs to be done. And also you have expired headers, HTTP requests, and also using a CDN. Another thing that we can do to help with the speed is introducing you to Cloudflare. Basically, Cloudflare does a number of things. One of the things that they do is They work on the speed of your website, and they can also be used as a CDN. They have a service that you could use for free, which works really, really good. And they also have a service that you can purchase as well if you want something a little bit more detailed in terms of the other features that they offer. This also provides performance, reliability, insight, security. So there's a lot. And so I encourage you to go to Cloudflare's website and look up at what they do. They have a lot of information here that you can kind of take a look at. But what we would do is we would go to your domain registrar, and then we would plug your domain name servers into Cloudflare. And so Cloudflare will act as a mask of your website, so that if anyone tries to attack it, they're not actually attacking your website, they're just attacking the mask of your website, which means Cloudflare will actually eliminate those hacks or attacks before it even gets to your website. And it also helps your website a lot faster, because it also it already has a copy of your website ready on the server to download. So it eliminates people from having to download the entire website from the server, because it already has one right there ready to go. So there's a lot of good things that Cloudflare, I use it a lot for my websites, for my customers' websites, and it works really, really well. So definitely, this is something that would help out with the speed. Another thing is, I noticed on the website here, we have the locations, we have Facebook and Google, which is good, and you also have a blog. So a question that I have is, well, not a question, we should be using more social media networks than just Google and Facebook. You should also be using Twitter. You should also have a LinkedIn page, especially with your type of business. You should have a LinkedIn page, and several other you should also have a YouTube channel with little intro videos that redirect back to your website that's optimized, and not just Facebook and Google Plus. And also, you should be doing blogs on a regular basis, so that every time you do a blog, it should be connected to your social media accounts, at least the main ones, so that every time you do a blog, it'll update those social media accounts as well. And you should also be, when you do the Twitter and you do your blogs, you should also set up targeted hashtags so that you can utilize those hashtags, because now Facebook uses hashtags, and hashtags are becoming more popular in social media, and we want to make sure that we're using those hashtags properly to your advantage. So there's a lot that we can do, and those hashtags can be used similar to like keywords. So you find certain things such as you post something, but then you use a hashtag behavioral health clinic, hashtag behavioral health clinic, or behavioral health Baltimore, or addiction health recovery Baltimore. So you use those hashtags such as keywords, and then they get listed with a bunch of other keywords to other people that are using those same keywords. So we will actually find the proper hashtags to use that will get you the most results, and in return, people will start looking at your page, going to your Twitter page, being redirected back to your website, and connecting the Twitter and the social media to your website creates a backlink and also starts working on a link wheel. So all those things in conjunction with each other is what's going to help with this website in particular to stand out and build brand recognition, and also add value to what you have going on. But again, we need to sit down and figure out which keywords you want to target. I have some suggestions that I'll come up for you, but we need to figure that out. And then once we figure that out, we can actually start targeting those keywords on a monthly basis. 1 month we'll work on one keyword, we'll work on another keyword, and we'll just keep on rotating each month depending on how long the plan is going to be. So that's some of the things that we would do out of the gate for this website. Now, some things to be concerned about that we need to do on the on page, which is the page that you have right now. This is a little audit tool that I use. I mean, I got more tools that I use that go deeper, but this one's something that we use that shows us at a glance basics that need to be accomplished. For the most part, you're connected with XML sitemaps. You're working with Google properly, so you probably have a Google Google Webmaster Tools. Obviously, you have Google Analytics. So that's all good. But some of the on-page stuff, like the heading tags, you're using just H3 But what search engines like to see is they want you to see you using H1, H2, at least 3 of these up top here on the content. So if you look at your web page, let's go to the home page here, and let's also inspect the element. And right over here on the left side, you can see the HTML code. So if I go over here, I can see you clearly you have HTML3 that you're using for this particular topic. Now, what we should be also doing is also putting heading tags in the content here for maybe HTML 4 or 5, or maybe HTML 2 or 1, or maybe changing this heading 1 to 1 and then using HTML2 inside the topic here. So you want to have a heading and then a subheading and maybe even another subheading. So we're utilizing the different types of heading tags. Now, what's great about the heading tags is you can code them to do whatever you want. So you could make this heading tag look exactly like it is right now by just coding it. And you could make these heading tags look exactly the same way that it does now just by coding it. That way it doesn't take away from the integrity of your design elements that you have right here. And then you'd be good to go for that. But I would use more heading tags on the home page, which we can work on. And that way, when you use heading tags, let me just kind of show you what that means, really. Heading tags are, like I said, H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? And you can even have 7 or 8th one if you want to, but this is the main ones that HTML actually reads the most because these are default ones. But what you could do is you can code these, but what search engines do is they like to see a search engine in between the heading tags because they rely on those heading tags to make a decision for the search results. So that's something that you might want to consider as well. Another thing is your images. They don't have alt attributes. Alt attributes are very important because a search engine cannot see an image like humans do. You know, we have eyes, we can see the image. It's laid out in HTML format, so it looks pretty for us to look at and it looks pleasing. But a search engine doesn't have eyes, so they cannot see the actual image that you're putting out there. So we have to use code to tell the search engines what they're looking at. So we want to tell the search engine, this is the source file, this is where the file is located on the server, and then this is what this alt attribute right here, this is what the actual image is. So what we want to do there is want to optimize this by putting, for example, on this image right here, we could put Baltimore Addiction Recovery in the actual alt tag. So then now the search engines are recognizing that image for that. And if you do a search on Google, you'll see that it hits in several areas. You have your all, maps, news, images, shopping, and also there's videos as well. So the main ones I like to focus on is the maps, which is just adding Google Maps, and also news, which is adding a blog or something like that. Also adding images, which is your alt attributes, and then videos, which is adding a YouTube channel, optimizing the videos, and going from there and redirecting them back to your website. So those are the ones I like to focus on, but that's why it's important that you optimize everything. Everything needs to be optimized. Images, your heading tags, videos, the links that are on your homepage, all of those need to be optimized. So you're using Google Maps, which is great. And you know, so those are some basic things that we would need to, you know, kind of redirect. And then after we work on the on page and we get all that situated, and the next step would be to work on an integrated marketing plan so that we're adding value. So basically, SEO strategy setup will include, you know, Google Webmaster Tools, which you probably already have established. You have Google Analytics. You have keyword analysis. We'll do some meta tags. We'll also work on micro formats, SEO plugins, Google XML sitemaps. You have all these already. So we'll just work on these and redirect them so that they're up to speed and working well. Which this part you pretty much have down pat. We just need to figure out what keywords we want to use and go after. Then we want to establish a integrated marketing plan utilizing those keywords. Okay, so basically we want to go after local business directories. We want to make sure that you're set up with the local business directories. Here's just a couple examples: Yelp, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, City Page, City Search, Yahoo Local, Manta. There's hundreds, but those are the main ones, and we want to start getting you listed with those. And you do like once a month, get them listed once a month so it looks natural to the search engines. There's also some things that you can purchase like Yext that will actually put you on all the business directories that you need to be listed with as well, which is a really good program, but it can get a little pricey for that. We also have social media setup, which is you already have your Facebook, you already have your Google Plus, but what about Twitter and what about YouTube and other social media accounts that we could set up for you? We want to also do 3 blog posts. Try to do. This is just an example. I'm not too sure what your plan's going to be, but 3 blog posts is spread out over 3 months. So we do 1 blog post a month. Blog link strategy, that's when we link those blogs to certain keywords. That's the topic of the blog, so that we're working at blog link strategy. We're also doing post blogs to the social media, so we're going to connect your social media to your blogs so that every time we post a blog, it updates your social media at the same time. We're going to do forum post marketing, which we're going to find different forums and things like that where people are talking about your business and topics of your business where potential customers can be at, and we'll set up a profile and get involved in some conversations, and we'll do that once a month. Convert the blogs into a press release. We'll actually take the blog that we have, convert it into a press release, and send it out to PR Log. We'll set you up with like a PR Log website, which is a free press release submission website, which they also have other options where you can purchase more features if you need them. We'll take those press releases, each one a month, one over the next 3 months. Now, this is based on a 3-month plan. We suggest that you do 3 months, 6 months, or a 12-month plan, okay? The 3-month plan is what we include with websites when we do a website, but our regular plans start at 6 months and 12 months. But I just use this as an example for your website to kind of give you an idea of what needs to be done for integrated marketing on top of what you already have going. And then we want to make sure that we're also setting up a YouTube channel and creating a couple of optimized videos. So we want to have intro videos that we create. We want to optimize those videos with keywords, subjects, linking them to your social media and also your webpage. And what this does is it's going to create backlinks and it's going to create link wheels, and it's all natural. It's going to be from hard sweat and tears, so to speak, so that it's all natural. It's built from the ground up, and we're not using any kind of programs to produce any of this stuff. We'll also have suggestions and things that you should do along the way. But building a backlink and link wheel, what that does is it gives your website link juice, and it gives it strength, and it also gives it respect amongst the keywords, so or the search engines. So you have multiple search engines working. Some of them already use Google for their platforms or their search results, but the big ones really is Bing and Google. Those are the main ones that you have to please, in my opinion. And by having the proper backlink set up and the link wheel set up, it just gives your website a little bit more strength and maintains that position that you already have and works on some of those other areas. So basically, if we wanted to break it down per keyword, what we would do is we would take the blog, we would take a video, and we would do a post, and we would focus it on one keyword for that month. And that one keyword is going to be the highlight of that month. And the next month, we're going to work on a different keyword. And then this is going to be the same thing. We're going to customize the blog. We're going to customize the link, customize a social media post. All of it's going to be surrounded by that one keyword. And we just keep rotating that as we move forward based on the length of time that your plan is for. So, without further ado, I would like to talk with you to find out more information about what direction you're looking to go with. Is it something that you're looking to add value, add more traffic? Are you looking to maintain your brand? What area are you looking to focus on with this social media, with this search engine optimization plan and integrated marketing, so that we can be on the same page and we can work on the right keywords and we can move forward together. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope that you found this helpful. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call. My number is right there. Thank you so much for your time, and bye for now.